Hey everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They come in mired in a brutal stretch right now, losers of 8 straight games.
Can you imagine going 2 straight months without winning a game and still trying to hold it together? They've got to find some inspiration somewhere that can lead them to a victory.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games. They're led out by their quarterback, the former Baylor Bear. It's RG3.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of...
On second down, Griffin. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First time the Buccaneers starters now on defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
And the big difference in the game? Their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference.
Play action, it's Griffin. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he takes this one down almost all.
I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting them in the first half. Maybe not so much.
On third down, Griffin. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to...
And Gano's kick is right through. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Leading them out, the MVP of Super Bowl 52, Nick Foles.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2.
His 2 picks, but as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. Foles. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle to Evans. Scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys...
They're going to look to throw. And he's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. It's the fullback. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have taken...
It's like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. And he's got his target in 4. Off the play fake. Here's Griffin. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know coaches tell us all the time they're having a...
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And here's a leaping catch. He pulled it in.
Not a whole lot of room there, but there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does to throw the ball through, he just throws right over the top of it.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Well, he didn't. It closed fast.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll work it across midfield inside. From the gun, it's Griffin. It's caught. Nelson. And he's taken... to throw on third down. Griffin. And that is incomplete. And Greedo's kick
didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. And he will take it across for Panthers touchdown. A big plus.
So that you can grab as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the Wild. But that window closed quickly. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he goes down, but not before getting this. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And down at our 1st half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. 2. Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Yards there and a 1st down again. He'll drop to throw. Oh, a battle for it here. Foles. And a 3rd down pass falls in.
Hey, let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And that one's not good on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up.
With that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they want to.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Evans. And he'll go down. Start 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? His throw caught at about the 5. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Cordero Patterson. Momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. He opted
down. You have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Toughness puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer.
Burned down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the foot. An incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time. That type of result on each and every attempt.
He'll look to throw. And a catch right side by Evans.
Credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall. Done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range. Credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not lose. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Enough takes a start.
Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Now for the Buccaneer field goal. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And that will push her
against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And that is incomplete. Well, not to get too...
The sack that it no longer counts? No, not at all.
Now it's Boykin. They'll roll him out right. He gets it to Sims. Complete. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Bucs. They've got the foot. The give is to Jones. gets it to the 34. They'll throw on first with Boykin. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drive.
They're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Mike Evans, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And
Archer gets a base hit and he's on base. They bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrapper.
And he can't find anyone. Here's Griffin to throw. He's going to float this one deep right. He's got a man. Complete. 30. 10. For touchdown. Carolina. Devin Funches. 81 yards. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, you might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
Opportunity.
Here we go now with Smith. And he'll go backwards.
We are right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does.
Now Boykin on second down. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete.
But they came up with a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Tavon Young. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Griffin. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 40.
Come on, let's go!
Now Jones. No gain there on.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now.
And 11. He's back to throw. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. He'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. The 40. Past the 20. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Buccaneers, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, add one more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Charlotte, good night, everybody.